By the way,
Hey,
definitely turn my mic up because
recording. Hi.
I'm also on the web browser version.
Oh my God, you are.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hold on, I gotta turn all of Discord up.
What happened?
There you go. Let me just turn Discord. Fucking.
I am.
God damn my ears. Oh my God, guys.
Jesus.
Oh my God, fucking Inks is in my eardrum.
Sorry.
I'm on your titties.
What?
We
Hey-
are recording now. for the
Hey,
record.
hey, recording.
Hey, recording.
What's up,
Hi,
guys?
any
It's your boy.
real life friends of mine that consistently watch this series. This is it. Welcome to the episode. I'm drinking alcohol. Ox has been drinking alcohol for the last 12 hours straight and is acting like it.
Welcome to Ox's vodka-fueled adventure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's the name of the
Clapping sounds
pod.
Just to let y'all know, I'm usually not the one to record this, but hello, hi, nice to meet you. I usually stream it, but Ox is indisposed at the moment, and cannot
Is he?
record it. So we're here.
I'm in Poland, you slut.
Follow Big Pet on Twitch.
Oh yeah, follow my
follow
Twitch.
Big Pat on Twitch and subscribe to Ox Games on YouTube when you watch this recording. But
I would
maybe follow Big
I would
Pat
assume
because-
they would already be
Hit the subscribe
subscribed.
button, hit
Uh,
the bell.
hit that subscribe button,
comment
ding
what
dong
your
that
favorite
notification
part of the
bell.
episode-
Hey there, Big Pat gamers. Please hit the subscribe button and click the bell on Ox Gaming YouTube. So that way you can get all notifications of when new videos go live. And follow Big Pat so you know when he goes live.
S-
Join the Ox Gaming community Discord so you know when all of our streamers go live.
I just walked into
Hello Iris. But yeah, my stream is Big Pat Gaming at Twitch. So
What a fucking start to the webcam turning on.
okay.
He's gone.
I'm just gonna go ahead and disable camera.
Fix that in post. Fix that in post.
I'm the fucking...
I told you I would
bore you
disconnect
now.
you if you do that again.
I will. You know what?
Just gonna.
You know what? You know what?
I've disabled your videos, so it doesn't matter.
All I heard was
How about that, whore?
automatic.
Dad, I can kick you too, you ball. My video. Wait, what? I can't turn cameras on now? Hey, guess what? I'm the
You
owner. I can turn camera on whenever the fuck I want, you whores.
This
This is my server.
brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Cool.
You.
Save 15% or more on car insurance. Geico.
Oh my god.
I remember when I streamed for a
we're doing a D&D session. We're doing an active session that I'm currently recording.
Right,
This
yes,
is
we gotta
D&D.
record now. Okay.
This is D&D.
I've been yes.
Stop the...
Yeah, I know. I do know this.
I'll just edit it. I'll make sure that part of me turning my camera on is not in the recording. Anyway.
Okay. You do that.
Iris, for a real quick background, Ox is butt naked in a hotel room, pissed drunk in Poland right now. I also think he's disabled Ghost, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to play. Can you fix Ghost? Oh, there he
No,
is.
Ghost is here. I just disconnected Ghost. I didn't disable
Here's the
him.
great thing. I could fix Ghost myself, but I just don't have the access to do it currently because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, no, he only disconnected this if my camera was like, fuck you, I'm not gonna work. But yeah, for a second, so I had to disconnect myself and reconnect.
Pat, are you restarting the recording, or are we editing it?
Oh, bitch! This is all in the recording.
Yeah.
I could stop and then you re-record this. It's only been 4 minutes.
Just,
That's what I was.
when you send me, what you're gonna do is you're gonna upload the recording to Google Drive.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello, baby.
Yes.
All the initial part out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I do not feel comfortable butt ass naked, but also feel so comfortable.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
I'm gonna stop
We
touching
just
my
hang
wiener.
out.
Anyway,
What?
Sorry. Vodka makes me really weird. Vodka's one of those alcohols and moonshine where I get real sensual.
Ox
We might
will.
be stripper goblins now.
Ox.
Ski trip in December, right, guys?
Ox will kiss a man if he
bring-
drinks
I'll
vodka
bring
or
you
moonshine.
So, liquor in New Hampshire is super cheap. I will be bringing Ox a bottle of vodka as a gift for our Tennessee trip.
No. You gotta bring me moonshine.
I will bring you moonshine.
I'll bring some
Legal
Sonic.
here.
I got you.
What is?
Gotcha.
Yeah. All I listen. Here's what I need. I need Pat's sweet tits and Inks's sweet ass, and that's about it. I'm good. Oh, and maybe Ghost's delicious voice wrapped around my That's wild. Dion.
Very smart decision to not include me. I appreciate,
glad.
for the first time in my depressing childhood, I appreciate not being included in something.
I'm very glad I closed my bedroom door because my niece and nephew, which are under the age of 7, are here.
This
Oh
is
my
an
God.
18 plus call. Oh, thank you.
Here's the
I
thing,
closed
Kel.
the door
One
for a
thing,
reason.
I'm married. Okay, so I can't talk weird to girls. But 2, my wife is totally fine with me being the most gay ever. Anywho.
You definitely talk weird to girls, don't you worry.
I don't talk weird to girls at all. I just talk weird in front of girls.
bullshit.
That's not my fault.
He just happened to be
Explain to
here.
me when I've ever talked weird to a woman. Explain that to me, because I've never talked weird outside of D&D.
Every word you've ever said to me.
Listen, you might want to rethink that big-ass forehead of yours and fucking scramble your memory and see if that's true or not, because it definitely is not true. I'm so sorry, Kel. That was really mean. That's vodka. Don't listen to me. I'm a stupid idiot. You guys have never seen drunk Dion. You've seen high Dion. This is a different kind of Dion.
I
am
prefer
very
high
weird
Dion.
drunk. Yeah, I don't like getting drunk. I get really weird. Oh no, Kel, you turned your forehead. I mean your forehead. Your camera off.
That did not make anything better.
Go.
Somebody needs
That
to
really
close
freaked
that.
me tonight.
Kel, please. Your friends are the only ones that watch the recording. You have to be on camera.
Somebody has to quote whatever the fuck.
First off, no, I have other viewers. Pat, you mean? You're fucking mean to me.
Yeah, he has other viewers.
Yeah, Iris.
Iris
Iris and their boyfriend. And then...
Stream. That's a stream, not the recording.
And then Blind.
If I was on the stream right now, I would be absolutely banned on Twitch.
That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not streaming. I was gonna stream, but I'm not streaming.
Fine, let's clear the room of all the gay, sexual, weird energy, so that way Pat can stream.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not on my schedule.
Read that, Dion. Okay. All right, Pat. You definitely can stream. Okay. Recap time. Wait, do you want me to wait for you to stream?
No, it's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, sweetheart. Go ahead and go ahead. No, it's okay.
I want you to not stream if you're not.
No, it's okay.
No, you have a schedule.
Yeah, I have a schedule Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
It is Sunday at 4 p.m.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nobody is watching a stream right now.
It's
You
1
can be
o'clock.
like, hey
in the
guys,
afternoon,
random
please.
Big Pat streaming here.
Mhm,
Look at this. And then we can be like,
Mhm.
I love how, like, I don't know what's happening. Whoa.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary noise. Don't ever do that again.
My
You're
bad.
fired.
I forgot I wasn't muted.
You're fired. Crow's dead. He died from a paper cut.
Hey, jingle, jingle, jingle.
Opening the letter.
Jingle,
Oh, jingle,
jingle.
jingle,
Oh my
jingle.
gosh,
Okay,
wait,
yeah, jingle,
what?
jingle.
What? Jingle, jingle, jingle?
Recap
Jingle,
time.
jingle for dogs.
Jingle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, jingle, jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Recap
Wait,
time.
why is this?
What? What's wrong?
I'm gonna try to put it
This
back
stuff is
before it
not
falls.
working. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's why. Interesting. Okay, can you guys like? So my input volume is all the way. It's like.
Oh my god.
It's all the way gone.
It's God.
Is there? Am I lagging? Like,
It
do I
is.
cut in and out?
No, you should be fine.
Not really.
It's a case of you're going loud, then all of a sudden
You like
randomly you
lower.
start going lower.
Yeah, it's the auto sensitivity on the mics.
Yeah, that's the auto. Okay, hold on. Let me try and fix that real quick. I don't know if I can.
It's
Can
I
I
will say,
crank
Kel,
that?
is it bad? I want to steal your plushies.
Input. Okay, here we go. So I have my input sensitivity all the way down to negative 99 decibels. So you guys should be able to hear me literally no matter what.
Okay, but
Okay. All right. Recap here. Okay. So now that we are recording, here is the recap from Beneath the Abyss: The Rage Awakens. The party is aboard a ship en route to Waterdeep.
So these
Here
guys.
are the major events that happened. Major event number one was Ankus and the Kraken. Ankus was pulled into the abyss by the Kraken, but was saved by a divine encounter with Kalgor, a legendary Minotaur and former hero that was eventually corrupted by Veyron, who you guys had a brief running into in the very early ons of the campaign. Kalgor deemed Ankus worthy, imbuing him with strength. Ankus returned barely alive, crashing back into the ship in a fiery comet-like entrance, clutching a greatsword, which provided, after Ankus's body was broken by the pressure, but magically healed painfully by Khazar, Kalgor provided Ankus with the ability once per long rest to rage. The sword now recognizes Ankus, granting him the strength to carry it, though not fully being able to wield it. So you can use it, Ghost, as a normal weapon. So you can attack with it without using disadvantage, but you don't have the ability to use any of the abilities unless you go through a great sacrifice, similar to what you did earlier. Nixarith's vision. Nix explored the deck below and discovered a mummified female corpse. Upon touching it, she was transported to a vision of a high castle and received the message, "The abyss is coming once more. The old god is hungry." This is after that she went down to the bottom floor of the ship and found herself in a odd, inky void, trying to make way to a sarcophagus that was in the middle of a magically dark room that had torches lit around it. After being grazed by some outer worldly being and taking significant damage, she ran back. Khazar's spiritual guidance, after Khazar had chopped off his own hand, and in relation to essentially sending two air genasies to their death. Grappling with the guilt and fear, Khazar sought answers from the spirits. He was met with an overwhelming chorus of spectral voices declaring, "You are the Redeemer, not the Defiler," thus sort of beginning Khazar's redemption arc. In the captain's quarters, the party gathered briefly to share what had happened and to regroup. Trust issues regarding regarding the Arch Cleric Schmerg resurfaced after Ankus was like, or not Ankus, after Crow was like, "Hey, where did the fucking turtle go?" There was a debate over detouring to retrieve Schmerg, who may be hiding more than he let on. Tensions arose, especially between Ankus and, I don't know why the fuck it said Augustus, but I'm assuming it was one of you guys, over the value of power and trust. I'm pretty
It was
sure
me.
that was Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
Cliffhanger ending. Ankus, in a burst of rage or anger and divine rage, stomped with such force that it sent out a pulse resembling a heartbeat across the ship and the surrounding sea. The session then ended with the ship trembling under this ominous energy. Highlights of NPCs. There's Kalgor. There is the captain. There is Zen, who promised to try and resurrect Yin and Yang. And then there's the mummified woman, who you guys have yet to go back down and check on. Key plot threads, and I'm giving you guys this for your notes, since some of you do not take notes. Key plot threads is the Sword of Kalgor, an ancient relic now bound to Ankus. Unlocking its full power seems to require both strength and sacrifice. The abyss returns. A great old god is stirring, one with ties to death, the sea, and the ancient hunger. the vision of the castle. Nyx's vision may connect to a higher realm or forgotten timeline, perhaps even the domain of a secret society. Kazara's redemption arc. Spirits claim that he has a divine purpose. His internal conflict could impact with the future decisions. Rising tension in the party. Different philosophies on power and trust are beginning to cause rifts. And the disappearance of Schmerg, last seen heading toward the Great Reef City. I forgot what I called it. His true motives are still unclear. As far as the party knows, they need to head to Jolt to find a divine artifact in a crypt down in that area, like in a dungeon. Merchant Reef. That's what it was called. Sick. So, cool. We are all caught up. Let me move back over to my Discord now. Let me see here. Who the fuck is chatting in the sourdough? Stop it. That looks delicious. That actually looks really good. That looks yummy. Yummed? Yummy. Yummy. Okay. Anywho, oh my god, there's more messages. Big Pat, in your editing software, do you know? Nah.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
jingle,
that.
Jingle, jingle,
You do you.
Jingle, jingle. Okay, sorry. Back on. Yeah, jingle, 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 jingle. Okay, back on task. Okay, jingle, jingle. Okay. Right. Who the fuck said it to 18 plus call Oxes naked? What do you, who's done this?
I don't know.
Who's did it?
I have no clue.
Who done it?
Anywho, okay. So, we left off with you guys in the captain's quarter.
Yes.
The captain has provided you this privacy as she goes and checks on the rest of the crew, figures out any damages to the ship, and figures out the next path. They are still heading to Waterdeep unless you guys say otherwise. You guys are still in the captain's quarters, discussing what to do next. Crow and Kazar were the ones that brought up that Schmerg is no longer in the vicinity. What would you guys like to do?
I believe we decided to go to the city. But go ahead.
Actually, we were actually arguing about whether
Yes.
Wait, before you guys start talking, let me hold on. Cheers. All of you, shut up for 1 second.
No one was talking.
Shut the fuck up. 1 second. Let me put on my hotspot because you guys are cutting in and out, and I cannot. You were talking, but it was cutting in and out, and I couldn't hear very well. Give me 1 second while I put on.
Crow mentioned where he saw
Yes.
Schmerg go, right? Or did he not? I can't remember if that was in character or out of character.
All Crow remembered was seeing him swim towards the city.
Did you tell us that?
Yeah, I believe I did.
In character?
I'm on
And
my
that's why
hotspot
we
now, so I
ended
should have better connection.
And that's why we ended up arguing whether we should
Yes.
go find
Got you.
and not.
Yonkis was
Okay,
getting
so I
angry and
think
angrier.
in
Yes, you guys were
Yeah.
arguing about figuring out to go find Schmerg or continue on your
loud
mission
again.
to Waterdeep and then head to go and find this medical or this
Back down.
divine thingy-majiggy.
back down you go, back down. Okay, there we
Am I
go.
loud?
His headphones went back
You
down too.
you keep fluctuating where you go really fucking loud or you go, hey guys, how you doing?
I mean,
It's
know how to fix that,
ASMR or
because-
overstimulation and there's no in between.
so
Oh, okay.
recording wise.
Here's the thing. I think it's my Wi-Fi because both Ghost and Kel just started screaming in my ear when they previously were not. So it might be because I'm on
Wi-Fi go burr.
Google version of Discord and not the actual app. So
Gotcha.
that could be the issue.
Again,
Again,
you
work
got damn
computer.
full.
Very smart.
It's okay. Go ahead, Onkus.
I could use my phone. Would you guys prefer if I jump onto my phone
You can see if it's better.
instead of the computer?
You can see if it's better, and you can just read notes off your computer if you have
Yeah.
any.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try
Just
that.
switch over,
I'll be
see.
right back.
I gotta
I'll be right
clean my desk because I spilled fucking strawberry daiquiri on it.
You nonna.
Okay, don't call me fucking British slurs. Don't look at me like that.
This is really great to listen to while I'm playing Minecraft.
I'm so happy. So happy. This is your podcast, honestly. Alright.
This
Bro,
is
every time I
basically your
I
podcast.
just pull up one of your YouTube channels and start playing the sessions.
Is this better? Is this better?
Okay, well
A
let me
lot
turn
better.
you you
Alright,
back
yeah, right
down.
now.
Oh, this is way better. Are you guys saying?
Keep talking.
Like, you're not fluctuating on when you're talking, so
Just
Okay,
just
so
keep talking.
maybe
Just
just
a regular
yeah, maybe-
annoying loud. So
Excuse me, shut the fuck up, Kel. I'm fucking loud. I'm gonna.
right,
I'm
well,
gonna,
we're
I'm gonna
definitely
fly.
not
down
stuck
to
at
70% you go.
I'm gonna fly to New Hampshire and I'm gonna shit on your playbill poster. I'm gonna shit right on it. I'm gonna put my butthole right on the poster and just
Okay,
slide
jingle,
down it.
jingle.
Hey,
Hey,
Jingle,
I got
jingle, jingle.
the original playbill and this cup because I went and saw the real play. So plus, there's no airports in New Hampshire, so fuck you.
I'm gonna
Right.
I'm
Go
gonna
on.
Willy Wonka my jizz onto your cup so you can never
Me?
drink it again. How about that? How about that?
We.
How about
we've
That'll do it. You know
basically-
what?
How about that?
I would not like that.
I'm gonna TV.
You've got
my
me
wee-
there, Ox.
Yeah, I'm gonna TV my ball sack right onto
You
the
don't need to keep
mouthpiece of your
describing
cup.
it. You know
I
what?
think
You did enough. I'm not even
I-
thirsty anymore. Actually, fun
Ladies.
fact.
I
I think you just cured my alcoholism.
Under Ox talking weird to girls.
Put the goddamn fucking handbags away.
I think you ended my alcoholism. Sweet. All right. Good news to know that in my counseling profession, I just have to tell my alcoholic clients I'm gonna put my nut sack on their sipping cup, and they just won't drink anymore. Oh my god.
Hey, recording.
Thought I could help.
Okay, jingle. Right. Sorry, we're back at this. Okay, so you guys are in the captain's quarters, trying to figure out whether you go after Schmerg, who only Crow saw this on that. I believe it was like a 21 or a 22 perception check during the Kraken fight. Actually saw Schmerg leave the ship and head in the direction of Merchant Cove, which is how Crow saw that big shark fellow that you know of, Crow. And then you also saw a figure donning the same artillery or weaponry that Svater wears, kind of going back up on some sort of like anchor or something. I remember that much. So what do you guys do from the captain's quarters? Obviously, you guys aren't disturbed. Captain's not in there. You guys can figure out a game plan and then go talk to people. But what would you guys like to do?
I think upon seeing Ankus get mad, Nyx is gonna kind of snap back at him and go, look, you don't know what's going on here as much as anyone else does. It's not for you to decide what we're doing or what we're not. So let's ask the others, let's figure it out, but you're not gonna go all crazy every single time that we disagree on something, or none of this is ever gonna work. We were put here as a team, we're gonna act as a team, or you can leave.
Anyway,
on
you too.
Yakos' shoulders while this is going down, and just be like, it's better to have some information, even if we find out we don't need them, than not have any at all, and try to tough it out on our own. At least in my opinion. There's also
Thank you.
possibly some things I need to do in the city, so I'd be grateful. Just a little bit if we went.
Which are...
So you guys are debating on going to Merchant Reef instead of continuing on your voyage to Waterdeep?
Mm-hmm.
Are we on Is that a group decision, or are we still split on that?
Ankus?
It's gonna end up being down to Kazar.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, brother. We're taking a vote right now, and it is
Sweetheart, I
don't know what to tell you,
sweetheart, I hope you know, Kazar is extremely depressed right now. He is a shell of himself in a corner somewhere right now. Like, he's there in the room. He heard y'all. He understood your arguments about his feelings, but that doesn't change the fact that he still hasn't processed them fully. So he's just there. He's just...
Damn, that hit roll too hard.
Roll me a religion.
Roll me a depression check.
Depression check.
15.
Constitution saving throw on a suicide try.
As you hear your party members, for lack of better term, bickering on where to go next, the initial pulse that you felt from Ankis's rage as he lashed out at Nyx, you feel a response, not something that is physical. You feel something within your soul. You feel a shift in your divinity. There's a response to the call. You feel a ice cold hand wrap around your heart as it beats, and it stops for a second. You're sitting in the corner as this grasp wraps around your heart, and you simply hear one word: run.
Cool. Yeah, so that doesn't help anything for Gazar, actually. I hope you know that. I hope you realize that he's now like, oh shit, okay. I don't want to be here anymore.
Can I see this? Like his demeanor change? But
Sure, if anybody sure.
I'm not trying to hide it. So like if there is something that's shown.
In that case, roll a perception check at advantage.
But
so you're also depressed, so I have no idea what your mental state is.
Yeah, I'm just like this. I'm just.
I just
16.
natural 20.
And then
or not natural 20, but
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You see Khazar in a distraught state, and whether Khazar notices this or not, you see a sudden stiffen in Khazar's back as he sits up a little bit as that voice echoes through his mind. You don't know what has happened, you don't know what has been said, but you know from Svater, you know a divine connection when you see one, and you witness Khazar have that experience.
Khazar, can we talk outside real quick? You okay? To talk outside, I mean?
You're gonna have to say it again.
Khazar?
You're gonna have to say it again.
Khazar, you hear me?
What's up?
You could talk outside real quick?
Okay.
We'll walk out the room.
Okay. Nyx and
chill outside the door.
Nyx and Ankis, you see.
Hey, you want to get in a fight?
You see as Khazar and Crow stand up and they exit the captain's quarters. Before I let you guys react, Ankis and Nyx, Crow and Khazar head to the door. As they get to the door, I will allow the two of you, Nyx and Ankis, to react as they get to the door. So you see as Crow's opening it and they're about to step out. What do the two of you do?
Nyx is gonna take this as them abandoning us. She's not really gonna understand the purpose of it. So she's gonna say, really? You guys are walking away now? After everything?
Mom and Dad are fighting. It's getting stuffy in here. And I want to talk to my friend.
Fine. Come back after, please.
Of course. We're not going to be on.
Promise.
Promise.
Okay.
Pinky promise.
I love how Crow says Mom and Dad are fighting, but Nyx is literally the youngest of the group.
I am 19 years of age.
Yeah, both Nyx and Ankis are probably technically the youngest / oldest of the group, but also that's anywho.
And I are
cool.
the two dads.
Yeah. Crow and Khazar, you step outside for a brief moment. You walk into a scene of what can only be described as a very heated argument between the captain and a very tall, I'm talking like 8 or 9 feet tall, hooded figure. One of the figures that you saw walking onto the ship, not one of the ones carrying the sarcophagus, but one of the
I forgot the sarcophagus was a thing.
Main individuals. You can hear the captain shouting, "Right, well, it wasn't my fucking fault that the cook wanted to put some fucking rookie on the harpoon. We're gonna get to Waterdeep. We have to figure out what these people are doing first. I promise you and the Thane that I would get your sarcophagus to Waterdeep safely. Let me figure out what the others want. They are either going to stay here or they're coming to Waterdeep as well." And you hear a chilling voice that hushes the captain immediately, that says, "Your problems are not ours or Olgron's concern. The Old One needs to get to Waterdeep and feast soon. Either your ship shall be his appetizer, or you will get us to Waterdeep immediately. We do not care about the quarrels or the travels of any other passengers on this ship. Remind you, Captain, we have paid you handsomely, and you shall get us to our destination, or I shall cut down every member of your crew and save you for last and feed you to my god." And the captain, being a dwarf, goes from a olive brown skin to pale white. What did the two of you do as you close the door behind you and sort of step into this scene?
Fuck. Oh my fuck. I walk over. Has it been an hour?
Yeah, I would say since the battle has ended, I would say it's been about an hour or two. That you guys are now on the surface. You're anchored, so you're not actively sailing anywhere. You guys are kind of just regrouping. So you guys are back on the surface and sort of anchored. I'll just give you don't have to do any perceptions. You're in open sea. You can still see Starhaven sort of off in the distance. You're maybe about, I'd say about a mile off now. You can still, it's clear skies and everything, nothing really crazy going on. So you are in open water. Yeah.
I walk over and just try to diffuse the situation. I pull my, I think it was flask of eminent booze is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite booze. Yep.
Infinite booze. Yeah, and just kind of go. I hate to interject. I think recent events have left everyone a little bit on edge. My best medicine that I've always found to help me was nothing beats a good drink. So I just kind of hand the flask not over to the captain, but to the hooded figure, and can I try to get a good look inside of his hood, if possible.
As you step closer,
I would like to.
you extend your hand. Oh, go ahead, Kazar.
No, I would like to do something while he's doing this, but finish this first.
Sure. Well, first tell me what you want to do.
I wanted to see if I heard anything from downstairs. Kind of like while he's distracted, like I hear something and I'm like, oh, I go see what that is, and then just like in this solemn state, just go downstairs into the ship.
I'll fucking kill you.
But like I wanted him not to be able to notice this, not like in a not in like a sneaky way, but like he's distracted talking to whatever the fuck that is. I'm like, oh, there's something that way, and then I walk. That's why I wanted to do it while it's happening, but after you explain what's happening with him.
How would you be listening? Would you be trying to physically hear something, or would you be reaching out through your divinity to try and hear something?
I think maybe divinity, trying to see like what the fuck, still trying to process like what he heard, like that voice or anything.
As Crow steps closer and extends his hand with the flask to the individual in the robes. Crow, you feel a sudden vibration in your pouch. One of the items that you had originally looted at the very beginning is violently moving around in your pouch. Kazar, go ahead and roll me as that's happening. Go ahead and roll me a religion and then roll me a stealth check. Nyx and Ankus, as you guys are inside of the captain's quarters as this is happening, do you also exit or do the two of you continue to have a conversation?
I want to say something quick. I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to interrupt. If we could
Go
have a
for it.
quick conversation. As soon as they leave, as soon as the door, clicked shut, I'm gonna poke Ankas's chest, look him dead in the eyes, and go, "Look, I don't know. Thank you, Pat. What your issue is with me?
It's more like
Apparently our
more like
dads knew
this.
each other. Yeah, I know. I don't know what your issue is with me. Our dads knew each other, whatever that may be. I don't follow that legacy. I don't follow that mindset. So whatever your deal is with me, whatever you might think I am, change it. Get rid of that mindset. I'm not dealing with you yelling at me."
Right, little girly. I don't have an issue with you. I didn't even know who your father was. Yes, our fathers may have known each other, but I don't know who he is. I don't know who you are. So I don't have an issue with you. It's just the fact this rage just came out of nowhere. It wasn't particularly aimed at you. So move this puny little hand off of my chest and come and leave.
Control your anger issues. We'll figure it out. Let's go. And then we leave.
Ghost,
Unless you want to say anything else.
roll me, if you can, really quickly. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm about to get smacked.
Say, I'm warming up the pimp hand.
Oh, what?
Let's go.
24.
Holy shit. As this happens, I'm not gonna say anything changes. Nyx says what she says. You said what you said. Actually, Nyx, also roll me an insight check, please, on this before I describe what's about to happen. Yeah, insight check would probably be the best.
A 4.
Oh no.
I don't know shit.
4.
4.
On that 24, Ankus, the second Nyx's finger jabs your chest, there is an overwhelming rage that begins to boil up. This is not Kelgor coming through. This is something darker, something much more powerful, much more primal. You feel this rage begin to weld up. Your knuckles begin to whiten as you grip your great axe or your great sword as her chest touches you, or as her finger touches your chest. You quail that rage. However, Nyx, when he says remove that puny hand from my chest, you feel a sudden surge of power, something that is beyond the strength of your mother. You immediately quake in fear as you remove your finger from Ghost's chest or from Ankus's chest. On that 4, however, there is a disturbing remembrance of this power. You have felt this power once before. It was when you were very, very young, especially when you were taken at a very, very young age. The quake from this power shudders you, and there is another pulse that sends ripples. Kazar, and Crow. You see, Crow. What'd you get on your stealth check, by the way, and your religion?
Oh,
That was
I
me.
didn't even do the stealth check. I'm so
That
sorry.
was me.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
not you. Kazar, what'd you get on your stealth
I
and
got
your religion?
religion 7, stealth 20, dirty 20.
Okay. On that 7, you don't hear anything, but you feel the same ripple earlier. You see the boat not physically shake, because on that 7 religion, it's very low, but you notice that there is an echo of a heartbeat that only you can hear, that emanates from below. On that north of 20 stealth, you move away as Crow extends his flask. Crow, as that item is vibrating in your pocket, both Nyx and Uncas emerge from the captain's quarters to view this. So everybody other than Kazar sees this as he sneaks away. The tall, robed figure turns his head to look at you and removes his hood. You see a pale white corpse, skin that is barely hanging on a gaunt skull. You can see hollow eyes that have a small, dull red. There are religious markings all across this individual's scalp, forehead, face, and neck. He looks at you and says, "Mortals like you are what is wrong with this world."
I'm told that a lot.
You see as he smirks for just a moment and says, "The next time one of your members want to speak with our God, tell them they do not need to hide in our shadows. We'll be more than happy to give them a face-to-face with our deity." Kazar, you head down. There are no crew members below. All crew is on deck as this heated exchange is happening. Now, especially that Crow has stepped in between the captain and this individual, and both Uncas and Nyx have now sort of joined, not directly, still maybe about 15 feet away. Everybody on deck is tense. Whether there's a fight about to break out, they're not sure. Kazar, you, however, as you begin to descend, there is a eerie darkness that is actively making its way up the stairs. Do you continue?
Go ahead, Nyx.
I was gonna say, do we recognize any of the religious markings on this corpse?
Those of you that would like to try, go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Okay.
Bet.
I believe I do.
Oh, I got that one.
I believe Kazar still goes down.
And now we ask, can I do it as a history check instead? Since I basically was around Imris, who dealt with all these markings before.
Yeah, I would say if anybody wants to, you can either use religion or history. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide.
I got a 13 on religion.
Okay. And then Nyx got a nat 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Crow, what'd you get again?
13 on religion.
Nyx, you do not recognize the markings, but you do know that this is a necromancer. You're not sure what faction, where from, who they serve, but you know a necromancer when you see one. Crow, you do not recognize the symbols either. However, you also know that this is a necromancer. You've only dealt with a necromancer once before. Does not look like this one. The markings are similar, but you remember that Svater had once had a dealing with the Thane previously. So you do know of this faction of necromancers. However, Ankis, you know that necromancers of the Thane are, for lack of better terms, zealots. Their goal is to turn all living matter into revivified corpses. You aren't sure of this exact individual's status, but you know that this is either a Goliath or some sort of giant kin, which usually means this is an individual of extreme power, especially in a not only magical abilities, but also in physical prowess as well. Kazar, you head down. The inky blackness slowly envelops you, almost like a thick fog. You can see and feel it wrap around your legs. You can feel as it slowly begins to go up your chest, and eventually you walk into complete darkness.
I do want to say before that, I think as I'm walking into this darkness, because of his upbringing, because of everything that he's experienced, I think he feels relaxed is a term, maybe not the right one, in this darkness. Like, does that, like a familiarity of darkness?
That is the perfect way to put it, because unlike Nyx, who felt fear and danger in the darkness, you feel cold slime begin to wriggle around your legs. They caress your calves, they brace over your shoulders, they caress the side of your neck. As they guide you, you are no longer walking on your own accord. You are now seamlessly floating through this darkness, not moving. Within mere seconds, you are in front of a dimly lit sarcophagus. You hear a voice. Come see me, child. Open my crypt. Let me bestow upon you gifts of immeasurable power.
I may be depressed, but I'm not stupid. Before I do that, I want to what is it called? Hold on. What is it? 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 What is it?
By the way, Ankis, as you step out, the Thane has not broken eye contact with you and is staring directly at you.
In addition to that, there's no way that Nyx won't think of this as anything but the sarcophagus that she saw. I think her immediate reaction, I'm sure all this stuff with Kazar is still happening, but her immediate reaction would be to turn to the others and say, the sarcophagus in the bottom of the ship, this has got to be this. And I will ask, if it is okay, can I make a perception check to see if I can notice that Kazar is missing at this point?
Yes, Kazar is. You don't even need a perception check. You all notice that Kazar is not on the deck.
Yeah,
Both
boy.
Kazar and Crow have stepped out to
Yes.
speak, and as you guys exit, you only see Crow and the rest of the crew sort of locked in this standstill with this Thane. Crow's hand is extended with the flask, but you can see that the Thane is staring in both yours and Ankas's direction, but you see that his eyesight is linked directly at Ankas.
So Nyx is going to like kind of sort of yell at Crow, like, "Hey, where's Kazar? You came out here with him. Where'd he go?"
Crow's like,
Fuck.
huh?
I mean, I'm assuming the only real like if from the layout of the ship, I'm assuming the only real place that I can see that he would go is downstairs, right?
Yes.
I feel like
Bro,
the stairs
you
would
were
be
supposed to protect him.
Unless he jumped overboard, you could unless he jumped overboard, your obvious assumption would be he disappeared under the deck.
I didn't hear splash, so I'm gonna beeline sprint for as I'm just going beeline sprint for the stairs and go downstairs.
Nyx, hearing this, is going to.
Nyx or Kel, you're breaking.
is gonna run as well.
Okay.
I'm with him.
You broke.
I'm
up
guessing
for a
what's
second.
happened.
Okay, so you're dashing.
Hello?
You're dashing
Hello? Can you guys
with
hear me now?
Crow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Ankas, do you want to do anything before
What are
I
you
continue?
doing?
I'm assuming you're in a fucking
Ankas is having a
stare
staring
down.
contest
Yeah,
right now?
that's what I think is happening right now. So I think he's locked in.
Ankus.
Yeah, the Thane, by the way,
First one to blink fucking dies.
The Thane, by the way, does not acknowledge Crow or Nyx disengaging from the conversation and sprinting past him. He is locked on to Ankas.
Ankus sees in the corner of his eye Nyx and Crow making a beeline for the lower decks, and I'll just go to the Thane and go, "So, what's a wannabe necromancer doing in this region?"
We're gonna die. We're all dead.
Yeah, we are.
As the necromancer smiles, his mouth splitting all the way to his ears as his jaw sort of opens and elongates. You don't see the mouth move. You hear a voice come through. The corrupted one's offspring seems to be lost. Come to me, my child. I can help you wield your rage. Be my champion, and we shall watch this world burn. You can accomplish things your pathetic father could never have dreamed of.
Daddy issues.
As soon as Ankus hears him say his pathetic father, he slams the greatsword into the ship and bellows out with rage. "The only pathetic one here is you. Get the fuck off this ship."
As you
hear
say,
that and whisper under my breath. What did I tell him about controlling his rage? But I'm still gonna write it up.
It was a great campaign, y'all. It was
Just adding that comment.
That was an intimidation attempt.
Go ahead and roll your intimidation.
That will be at advantage as well, because I am using the sword for help. It's going to be 18.
Your voice bellows with the power of Kelgor. And almost immediately as you are done, your rage immediately subsides into fear.
Oh.
Helgor's strength immediately disappears from you as the greatsword falls heavy once again and falls from your hand and clatters to the ship. You hear an ominous laugh. Helgor cannot help you here, you pathetic worm. I will return you and your father to the dirt where you belong. I will feast upon this world, starting with your flesh. And the darkness that was carrying Khazar forces him to the top of the steps as Nyx and Crow approach. You guys see as this darkness throws Khazar from the bottom floor, crashing into the two of you. As you guys, not necessarily taking damage, but you stumble back upon Khazar's weight and the force of it as he kind of knocks into the two of you and sort of stumbles you guys backwards. The Thane turns and looks at the three of you again with another laugh and says, all we seek is passage to Waterdeep. We can either take this ship by force, or you meddling, insignificant mortals can know your place and leave our domain alone.
It's funny when you call us
Nyx.
insignificant when you wanted me to open your sarcophagus. Why can't your little buddy here do it for you?
What he said.
Are you that powerless?
You all hear an audible crack as
Break the ship.
Thane snaps his jaw back into place. He turns and looks at you, Khazar, and says, interesting. You've spoken with the Abyss.
I have.
He turns to the captain and says, we no longer need your services. It seems our father has chosen his next what was it called? Shit.
His next ship.
It seems our father has chosen his next vessel.
As he says this, real quick, I'm sorry.
Bro.
Because just of the way my line of work works in this world, when I hear your services are no longer needed, can I pull out my dagger real quick and just have it at the ready?
Sure. You pull your dagger out. You see as emerging from the darkness, 6 hooded figures standing about 6.5 to 7 feet tall emerge, carrying the sarcophagus, and they they drop it on the ground, and it makes a thud. It cracks the deck of the ship as it drops. It is maybe 5 or 10 feet from from the three of you, Crow, Nyx, and Khazar. The individuals retreat back into the darkness as it follows them. The sarcophagus just laying on the ship. The Thane in front of you smiles back to the captain and says, your crew and your ship will forever be in the Abyss's servitude. And he teleports away, leaving the sarcophagus on the ship.
Can I...
What do you guys do?
Originally what I was going to do before I was going to do anything with the sarcophagus downstairs, can I cast Borrowed Knowledge?
Borrowed knowledge?
Yeah.
What is that?
You draw on knowledge from spirits of the past. Choose one skill in which you lack proficiency. I guess it would be... I'm trying to talk to like the spirits in the area, so I don't know if it would be like a skill thing. But for the spell's duration, you have proficiency in the chosen skill. So I don't know what that would...
Who are you trying to talk to, is the question.
I don't know if it would be... if he would be considered a spirit, because he's like a deity. But I'm trying to talk to Schmerg's deity. He's interacted with me before through my deity. So I would assume he has some type of knowledge of me being here, if I remember correctly.
What do you say as you cast this spell? Like, what is the knowledge you are trying to seek? Who's playing Stray Gods? Turn that shit off.
Nobody. What?
No one played it.
I think
That was Kel 2 weeks ago. Never
Oh, I was like, what?
I was, but a while ago.
I think Kazar kind of like looks around, and he yells, how do I want to word this? Fuck. You shut down my deity for trying to rise in power. However, you let this being of insignificance cause mayhem in this world. Where is your rule? This is your domain. Why are you not holding him accountable? Is this your plan too? Is this your doing? You're no fucking deity. You're a disgrace to the god of death.
It's been a great campaign. Oh my god.
No roll needed. You get a immediate response. Because you are a chosen, not by my domain, not by your gods, but by the Pantheon. There is a great reset that is coming. You and your friends are the only ones that stand between what lies next. The world that we know now is nothing but death and pain. All of this will be my domain. Now.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
We're gonna die. This has been great, guys. Great way to end it.
Roll me a religion
Roll a
check as you say
throw.
that. No, roll me a religion check real quick.
Oh my god, 17. That was almost a natural one, and I would have killed myself. I would have died.
All talk.
Roll me a D100.
Inks is like, I ain't even heard of that one yet.
I'm sorry.
19. I really hope it was lower the better. I really hope it was lower the better.
You immediately after your response, there is silence. Nothing speaks back. However, you see your leathery, clawed hand, or hoofed hand that was replaced. You see it meld and melt as it dismembers and falls off. A new growth happens. You see a leathery hand, clawed, demonic looking. On your palm is this symbol. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Guys,
I'm. It's Crow's turn to get a cool symbol on their hand.
Yeah, I want a cool symbol. Everyone else has got a cool symbol.
I want an Apple Watch, bro. What the fuck?
chat twice. What's happening here?
You aren't.
I'm trying to find the symbol. Give me a second. I'm not on my home computer, so I gotta go through my other shit here. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Fun.
Hey,
Where is it?
Ox. Can you make
Yeah.
NPCs with easier to spell names, please?
It's mystical, fantasy, and shit.
I can't
What do you
fucking
mean?
spell, Pat.
It needs to
Fuck, you spell Schmerg.
That's how
I
you
think I
spell
spelled
it.
it 6 different times in my notes.
I've corrected
know,
it
you need-
4 times.
Do you need me to
No,
spell Schmerg for
you're
you?
good.
I'm confused.
You're
No,
good.
no, I figured it
It
out.
needs to be like
Pat watched me. Pat
fucking.
watched me try to spell sarcophagus for 30 seconds as well.
It's got to be like fucking
That's-
Tom from Waterdeep, and that's the NPC Tom from Waterdeep.
This is
I'd spell it with an H. Tom.
there you go. Pat, you see as that symbol is etched on your hand, you take 2 points of slashing damage.
Another fucking 2
as-
points.
as it is carved into your hand.
Ooh.
Once it's done, you see as it flashes gold, and you hear a different voice, and it says, in a much softer tone, a female tone, Kazar, do not give up hope. You are the only one that stands between the darkness and light. Death has been corrupted. Please, do not allow these souls to be trapped and tarnished. You are not the defiler. You are the redeemer. Bring them home. Bring balance to this world. There is a society that controls the death domain and controls many of its powerful clerics. Please, do not turn along with them to the dark side. I believe in you. I know there is good in your heart, just like there is good in those that are with you. There is evil that is trying to corrupt all of you. One of your party members has already been corrupted. Please, do not follow this dark path. Run. And the voice ends. As the voice ends, you hear the sarcophagus cracks. A shatter and a fissure goes down the lid. Both sides collapse and fall off, and a thick red fog begins to seep out of the sarcophagus. One of the crew members next to you, Yazar, the tiny little thick chicken dinosaur,
Fuck that chef.
is standing there, and he goes, "What the fuck is happening? Captain, I can't." As he begins to inhale the fog envelops him. As it begins to spread, you see as panic begins to ensue across the ship. Yazar stands back up, different, decayed, feathers falling off, skin eroding, rib cages being exposed. He lets out a shriek and chases one of the crew members, jumping on them, clawing his neck out. The red fog begins to follow along, and you see the same happening amongst the crew members. The Thane then re-teleports and reappears behind the captain, grabs the back of her head and says, "I told you, either give us passage or I shall take it," and crushes the back of her skull and then disappears again
Can I?
as she drops to the ground dead.
How? Firstly, how heavy does this sarcophagus look? That's first question.
Oh, that's a great question.
That's first question.
Roll me. Guess this would be a perception check. Yeah,
15.
a perception check. It looks heavy as shit. I mean, it took 6.5 to 7 feet tall figures to
Okay.
carry it. The sarcophagus itself.
You're not putting it in your pocket.
No.
By the way,
No.
the sarcophagus itself is about 20 feet long. It is not a small sarcophagus. This is massive.
Before,
Go ahead, Ankus, before I do what I want to do.
Before as he crushes her head, can I make an attempt to shoot his arm with my short bow to release her?
You can try. I will say, no matter what, she dies. He crushes her skull before you even have the chance to pull your bow and notch, or pull your crossbow and notch an arrow in it. You can still try and shoot him if you'd like before he disappears, but I would say by the time you get your crossbow out and an arrow knocked, you all hear the sickening crunch and squelch as the back of her head is quite literally eviscerated. You can still attack if you want to, but you will not save the captain's life.
And the arrow will not even hit him. It's 8.
The arrow flies, and he again turns and looks at you and laughs and disappears. By the way,
chance was go on.
The crew is now changing and actively attacking and killing each other as the fog continues to roll across the deck. Kazar, Inks, and Nyx, I need you both to make me an athletics check to get away from the cloud that is within about 10 to 15 feet from you. I'd say it's more around 10 feet.
While they do that, was there any of the undead crew behind him for the arrow to hit?
No, you see as the arrow goes, as he disappears, it goes right where his head was, and it just flies off into the ocean.
Okay.
Even though I was aiming for his arm.
Or sorry, arm. Yeah. Sorry, not in the ocean. Then it dinks right into the deck of one of the crew that is not undead yet. And he's like, "What the fuck? Watch where your fire is. We have enemies. Everybody attack!" And you see as the crew lashes out into a battle against the undead of their crew.
Okay.
No initiative yet. No
Yeah.
one's actively attacking you guys, but I do need a athletics check from Nyx, Kazar, and Crow to move away from this fog.
Well.
Can I ask how close the Pat.
No, go ahead.
Can I ask how close the sarcophagus is to the stairs leading to the bottom of the deck?
Sarcophagus is 5 feet from the stairs, 10 feet from you.
How far is the smoke spread or fog?
Smoke is actively moving in all directions. It is about 10 feet to the left, so it is about 15 feet to the, coming up the stairs, so it's reversed, it's mirror style. So it's 15 feet to the right, 15 feet from the left, and it is now moving 15 feet to you guys. You guys are 10 feet away, so the fog is about 5 feet from you before it starts to envelop you guys.
I got a 19. Can I say something as well?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
At this point, seeing kind of the carnage around, Nyx is going to turn to the others and goes, I don't know if we can handle this. I think we should get to the bazaar. I think we need to find Schmerg. He'll know what to do, right? Where's Nasi? Maybe they can bring us down into the ocean. Get away from this. This is more than I bargained for. Guys, we gotta go.
That lid is shattered, right? It didn't just pop off.
There was a crack down the lid and the sides popped off.
Yeah, so the lid of the sarcophagus split down the middle, and then each side fell off to the left and right, and then the fog started to roll out. Nyx springs away as she says this. What did Crow and Kazar get on your athletics checks?
I haven't rolled yet because I would like to ask another question before I do what I want to do, but go ahead. Crow,
okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Crow, go ahead.
I got a 19, but I'm waiting to see what you do.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm thinking something stupid too.
Love that. Second question. So we're on the water right now, right?
Yes, you guys are actively a mile out in the ocean.
What is below us? Like, is it just like open ocean?
Below you is about, I'd say, 500 feet below you is Merchant Reef. And then
Cool.
other than that, it's just open abyss.
Okay, cool. So
Like when he says cool,
Kazar,
it's gonna be cool.
No, it's not at all. Actually,
It's gonna be dangerous.
I'm gonna look at Nyx and say, "You're right. We should get Schmurg involved." And so he yells up to the sky to anybody that's listening. To
I don't like the way he said that.
The god that told me to be the Redeemer and not the whatever the fuck Defiler. I think Kazar yells, "You asked me to play this life and death. You asked me to be the Redeemer and asked me to save these souls. Then show me you believe in me. Give me the strength of the Pantheon and remove this vermin from the ship that is causing this mayhem to erupt." And I would like to try to, whatever the fuck strength, remove the sarcophagus and drop it into the ocean. Some way, somehow.
Into the fucking reef, you fuckers.
You asked to get Schmurg. You asked to get Schmurg involved. He's in the fucking merchant city.
You know what? That would get him involved. You've got me there. I got nothing to say to you.
So just so I understand, you are going to walk into the red fog.
Yes.
Attempt to lift the sarcophagus up and throw it overboard.
Yes.
Okay. So
I know it's
refusing.
I know it's big. I know it's deadly.
Okay.
But all these multiple fucking gods have asked me to do this and do that and do something. I've never received any goodness from them. It's just been orders. They want me to fucking perform for them. Show me they believe in me.
As you shout this to the heavens above, all of you watch as Kazar walks forward. Crow, you rolled a 19 on your athletics check. Nyx has bounded away. You see as Kazar steps forward. You still have your 19 athletics check. You can either walk with him and try to provide assistance, knowing the mortal peril, or you can bound away as well and try and figure out a different game plan. You're holding your action based on what Kazar is doing, and now that he is moving, what do you do?
Do I have enough time to check, or not check, I guess I would say, perceive if this fog, I'm assuming it is, of a necrotic damage variety?
Yes, this is a no perception or anything needed. Whatever is happening is clearly killing and immediately changing people.
I run in.
You both,
My resistance will be good enough.
Ankus and Nyx, you see as Crow and Kazar step forward into the fog. They are...
I would like to teleport closer to sarcophagus.
Quickly enveloped. I need both of you to make me a Constitution saving throw and a Wisdom saving throw.
A crash out.
Did you hear me? By the way, I wanted to teleport.
Sure, that's totally fine.
Cool, thank you. I'm gonna use the blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport. But there, I did my rolls. I got a 9 on Con and 10 on Wiz.
I got a 15 on Con and a 10 on... Oh, wait, no. I got a 1 on Wiz. My bad.
It was nice playing with you, Inks. I really had fun.
This is my undead arc. Don't worry.
Well,
Wait,
you guys were
sorry.
brainless anyway.
What'd you get, Kazar and Crow?
Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got I got a 9 on con, and I got a 10 on wisdom.
Okay.
And I got a 15 on Constitution and a 1 on the Wisdom. There wasn't a lot up there to begin with, so it's okay.
Okay. As you guys make your way forward, you get to the sarcophagus. You both are beginning to cough. You can feel necrotic energy seeping through your veins in your body. Convulsions begin to happen. You place your hands on the sarcophagus, and you both attempt to lift. As you guys do, you can feel the strength rapidly leaving your body. Nyx and Ankis, you no longer see Kazara Crow. The fog has now grown, not only in width, but in height.
Tunic brothers till the end.
Crow and Kazar don't see this. Ankis and Nyx, you see a figure begin to rise from the sarcophagus. A 20-foot tall figure, pure darkness with a fiery core. Ankis, you feel a sudden shudder of fear, almost as if Kelgor is himself cowering in the corner of your soul. You can see the sword on the floor begin to shake violently as it vibrates. Nyx, you see a vision. There is a burst of light. For a moment, Kazar and Crow, the coldness of death and darkness and void begin to slowly wrap around you. You can feel as your life force begins to end. As you guys crumple to your knees, still valiantly trying to pick this sarcophagus up and move it, Kazar shouting to the heavens, a thud lands on the ship, cracking it, sending several undead into the ocean. A tall being, 1 second, let me send this into Discord. A tall being daunting golden plate armor, a flaming greatsword, a golden halo around his head, golden wings. You see as his eyes are nothing but fiery gold, olive-colored skin. He lands there, begins to immediately decimate every undead that is on this ship. You see as this being walks forward, looks at you, Nyx, and says, "No harm shall come to you, Nyxarith. Your father has sent me. Be safe, child." And he steps into the fog. Kazar and Crow, you see a blinding light make its way towards you. A hand places its back, or a hand placed on each of your back, and it says, "Do not be afraid, my children. The light is here. I shall not allow this demon to take more than it has already taken." And you see a massive eruption of fire swirl around the sarcophagus. Nyx and Ankis, to your best perception, an inferno erupts. You have no idea whether or not your friends have been incinerated, whether or not your friends have been saved. You have no idea what is happening. As the fire dissipates, you see as the fog goes away, the sarcophagus is charred and burned. The 20-foot tall shadow figure no longer there. The sarcophagus is empty. However, Nyx and Uncas, you see the lifeless bodies of both Khazar and Crow as this individual is standing there, holding them both by the scruff of their tunics at the back of their necks.
Just be careful, right?
You can see this individual begins to mutter an incantation in Celestial. I don't know if anybody speaks Celestial. If you do,
I do.
Ooh.
I do.
Okay.
The language my dad spoke growing up.
You hear. 1 second.
We love bilingual households.
You hear. I, champion of. Oh, good lord. Hold on 1 second. That's not correct. Yes, it is. Sorry. You hear. I, the champion of the dawn, deems this ship holy. Remove yourself, demon, from these two mortals, or I shall bring hellfire upon you. And you see both you see both Khazar and Crow erupt in flame, golden flame. As that happens, Khazar, you hear the voice again. I am here with you, my child. I will not let harm come to you as long as I am here. I understand the burden on your shoulders. You are not the only one to bear this. There are many in your party who are champions who have not yet been chosen. Allow my Dawnbringer to provide you with light and guide you through the darkness that is coming to this world. Head to Chult. There's an artifact there that will bring all to light. There are many in your world that say they are here to do good for others, and yet crucify generations. Do not allow this to continue. I shall make sure you have safe passage. And you all see, as this individual drops Khazar and Crow, you both come back to life. However, there's a very interesting change to Khazar. You all see Khazar's hand no longer a leathery demonic claw. You see as it is restored, however, it is a golden hand, similar to that of Jaime Lannister. If you
I knew it. I was like, Jaime Lannister? Okay, bet.
However, Khazar,
Gotta
as
Google
you
something real
stand,
quick, hang on.
flaming wings erupt from your back. Once per long rest, you have the ability to cast a special spell. I will provide that to you later.
Okay.
You are filled with a reassurance that while death is the end, a new beginning has begun for you. You are not sure what that beginning is, but you know you are not the end of lives. You are the one that ushers them into a new beginning. The
fucking Thanatos, or yeah.
The being stands there and looks at all of you and says, "There's evil in this world that stretches far beyond not only this plane, but every plane of existence. There's an ancient and an old evil that has been festering for centuries. He is coming. I will guide and watch over all of you. For my name is Solmir. Call for my aid, and I will protect you from this demon. The abyss is coming, young ones. Prepare yourselves. Head to Chult. You will find a weapon there. It will help you." And he as he came, shoots off into the sky like a comet and disappears.
Thanks.
I think.
At
ahead.
this point, Nyx has been frozen since the appearance of this being, just following his path as he's done all of this, and there are tears in her eyes, as she just stands there watching this happen.
Same. But for different reasons.
In realizing, for different reasons, for very different reasons. For her, it is the realization that though she has run from home, seeking power, seeking what she thought she wanted, even though she has never once gotten along with her father, he still sent someone for her. He still cares. And she never thought he did.
Beautiful.
I think Khazar also crying, were tears running down his face. Maybe not crying, but like, because essentially he had a mental breakdown, right? He caused death to innocent people when he vowed to bring death upon the corrupt. He was asked by 3 different gods to do something. Granted, he asked for one of them, but whatever. And then just essentially sacrificing himself to move this sarcophagus and hoping something happens. He realizes, especially with the voice that said what she said, he's never gotten that reassurance because of who his parents were in the first place, and then they also dying. He's always been alone. That's why he spoke to spirits all the time. Like, he never got that reassurance as a child of he isn't alone. He isn't fighting by himself anymore. He's never processed that. And so after that happened, something just like in his brain just flips, and he's just tears. Standing still like this, just tears. That's it.
I slap Khazar on the back. I'm like, light work, huh?
I just
so
fall.
We've got 2 party members standing there.
I just fall. I just fall. Just boom. Just full lock knee. Just.
You even catch yourself just face plant.
Just fucking. Wings out and everything.
Oh my god, I forgot about the wings. You just look like a fucking tortilla split on the ground.
Yeah, you all see as Khazar now dons golden fiery wings. The crew that's remaining, which is maybe a handful, are just staring at you guys. You see as Zen steps forward, the Air Genasi, and he says, right, well, that's never happened before. Fuck, the captain's dead. Most of the crew's dead. I guess that... he looks at the 4 of you and goes, does anybody here know how to captain a ship?
Can't be that hard.
My father taught me how to. He used to captain his own ship.
He did.
You see as Zen walks over to the dwarven captain's lifeless body in a pool of blood, and he says, I'm sorry. I should have protected you. Do not worry. The Iron Maiden will have a captain, and she will continue to sail. And you see as he unbuckles her musket and her short sword and walks over to you, Ankis, and says, "There's no one here that is going to deny you. If you think you are fit, I hand you our captain's weaponry, and we will follow your lead to Waterdeep or wherever you want us to set sail. We are not a large ship. We can still take you to Cholt, but we will need to stop somewhere and either get more hands and supplies. But we will follow you if you think you can lead us."
I think the first command I'm gonna give you is to respectfully bury those you have lost.
You see as he hands you the musket, you can add a +1 musket that's in D&D Beyond, and you can add a +1 short sword to your inventory.
We got a ship!
You see as Zen nods, and he goes, "Right, motherfuckers, you heard what the captain said. Bury our dead. Give them a proper sea." And you see as he begins to cry, "Give them a proper sea burial. I will see to the previous captain's body myself." And you see as he picks the captain up, very unfortunately, as her brain falls out the back of her head and slams onto the floor with a splat. And he says, I'm so sorry. I should have told you how I felt. I should have been there for you I should have been there for yin and yang. Do not worry. You are at rest now. I will take care of you. The sea's embrace will guide you into the next life. And you see as he wraps her up in a silken sheet, and tosses her overboard. You see as the other crew begin to do the same. You see as the large
Alligator man.
a form of dragonkin. You see the large alligator steps up and he goes, "Yazar, I don't have many words. I'm not so good speak, but you taught me many, and you were like father to me. I am sorry." And he raps.
Pancaked on the ground.
Not Khazar, sorry.
Yazar.
I'm sure I said Yazar. Yeah.
Okay.
He wraps Yazar in his chef's apron and tosses him overboard. And you see as many of the crew members begin to do the same, those that they have been in different sea battles with, have known each other for a long time. It is a somber and hollow moment as you guys witness 15 bodies thrown overboard. You see as Zen comes back to you, Ankis, and says, "Right, Captain, where to?"
As you said, we're gonna need more hands. We'll go to the reef below and attempt to acquire those hands while making any repairs to the ship where possible.
Zen nods and he says, "Okay. To Merchant Reef it is." And he issues orders to drop anchor and begin to submerge the ship as he covers it in a air bubble. As you guys begin to descend back down to Merchant Reef. It's a moment. It will take some time. What do the four of you do?
I was gonna ask before we start heading down, could I make my way down to the lower deck to where Nyx said that the corpse sitting up was? I want to try something.
Yes, you make your way down. It is this individual is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Nyx, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was on the third out of the fourth floors. It's either the third or the second. I truly do not remember.
It was the one right above the bottom. So however many one up from that.
So the third one, perfect.
Nick, you filled us in on the vision that you had as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Last session when you guys were doing the debrief, Nyx explained the vision that she had when she had touched the corpse. You head downstairs, Crow. The inky blackness gone, torches are relit. You head down to the third floor, and just as Nyx had said before, you see a woman in pirate garb with a tri-horn hat sitting in a 90-degree upright angle on the bed, back to you, facing the wall. What do you do?
That crown that I picked up back in like one of the first sessions we had so far, am I able to safely touch it again? Since I was able to get a saving throw pass on all of them?
The only way to try is by doing.
I'm gonna take the crown out of my pouch and put it on the corpse's head instead of the hat.
As you remove the hat and you pull the crown out, you do not feel the same icy fingers that tried to befuddle your mind previously. As you pull the crown out and you place it on her head, you hear a sudden sharp inhale. The corpse moves and begins to breathe. You see as the skin slowly begins to unmummify. Moisture, life, blood begins to course through this body. You see a beautiful young elven woman, long moon white hair that begins to flow beneath the crown. She says, Where am I? For cool, no. Where?
Good afternoon. I didn't think this was gonna work.
Take it off and see if it reverts.
Love the confidence.
Shit. What is your name?
You see as she, for a moment, her eyes dart around, gaining her understanding of the environment, almost in a way that seems as though she has no idea where she is. She assesses, looks at you, understands that she's not in immediate danger. She relaxes for a moment and stands up, towering over you. She's about 6'8", 6'9". You see as she stands up, no roll needed. This is a high elf. Very, very rare in this world. Forkul killed many of them due to their innate ability to connect to divine magic. You see as she stands up and she bows. She says, "My name is Philandriel. I don't."
Take it easy. I'm sure you're not 100% right now. I can tell you that you're safe and no harm will come to you. We need to get you robed, put you in a disguise.
No. I need to find Valfail. The elves are in danger.
I'm sorry, who?
Where are we?
About a mile off the coast. Suspended currently above a merchant city underwater. Do you know where you are or where you were last?
You see his confusion crosses her face. I only remember I I was with my adventuring party. Valfela was with me. Her partner, Emrys, and the Warforged. We were in a crypt, and darkness came upon us. I don't know what. You see, as she's very confused, very distraught. We're off the coast. This makes no sense. What is your name?
It's gonna be okay. My name is Crow. You will need to get you up to speed. Not here. Something tells me it's not a good idea to have you out in the open where we currently are.
She nods with an understanding. She says, okay, she looks at her body. This is not my adornment. My gear. I don't know. Where are we headed?
Next stop, to my understanding, is Waterdeep. Currently, we are stopping here, though, for the time being.
No. We must get to Cholt, Crow. I have to get to Cholt. The others are in danger. If the aberration that stopped me, Valfela, Emrys, and Omron must still be in trouble. We must get to Cholt.
Oh, fuck. Well, the good news is that our next stop right after Waterdeep is Cholt. We just need to resupply at Waterdeep. We are currently stopping at the reef because of unforeseen circumstances that thankfully you did not need to be a part of.
Would Crow know of Valfeo Emrys as like
Crow has
Yes.
He would know Emrys. He would know Emrys.
He would know
Emrys, yeah.
He would know Emrys from Ankis's.
Well, I meant in terms of like not deity, but like history.
Not the history. No, he would know of the name Val and Imris through Ankis.
Yeah, that's why I went. Oh, fuck.
History-wise,
you know that.
History-wise, I would think Crow knows Omron only because Father has dealt with many of the Warforges that Omron has created, which is literally just clones of him, but nothing too in depth about Val.
No,
Omron, or Emrys.
I'm not
He just
meaning
knows
that.
the names.
I'm not meaning that in sense of like, oh, he knows what they did or whatever. I'm meaning more so of like, this individual is naming them as in like close partnership with them. I feel like Crow would know that these individuals are dead.
Yes.
I don't want to tell her that when I'm just meeting her.
No, technically, Valfale is not dead. Neither is Emrys. They have just left this realm of existence. Omron.
Fancy way of saying dead, bitches.
Yeah, I'm like, what? They've left this plane of existence. I mean, that. What else?
They are deities now. That's the reason why they have left this plane of existence.
Okay.
Yes. And Omron was lost to time. He disappeared and did not return. And the Warforges acted in his
stead
guidance, although over the centuries it has become a perverted version of what each individual has stood for.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm just trying to feel like Crow would know or have some type of inkling. Maybe you don't, and that's okay.
It's up to Crow.
Is there anything I can roll here? I don't think I do, but
like just to be like, this person is mummified. They're talking like they're in a party with these people, these deities, these gods that are long before your time.
I will say Crow can believe whatever Inks thinks Crow would believe. Whether or not he explains that to Philandriel is up to him.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say Crow knows of the names. They are not dead. They are just
Not
they
here.
no longer exist. To what that knowledge is, Crow does not know, but Crow and all of you know, other than maybe Onkis, knows the true fate of what happened to Val and Emrys, which is they simply ascended to deityhood and had left this realm of existence.
I should have done this shit when I was prepared. That would have been a good idea.
This motherfucker.
As that conversation is happening, what is everybody else doing?
I stand up.
Heal yourself on the ground.
You don't even stand up. Your wings literally flap once, and immediately you rise up.
So are my wings a constant?
As of right now, they haven't gone away. I'll say you do have a fly speed of 60 feet.
Yeah, boy.
Manny ain't ever had wings in his life, and he can outfly me.
However, Crow, as you had put the crown on, and you are still in the vicinity of Philandrio, you feel one of the objects that you took from the very beginning begin to violently vibrate in your pocket.
Bro, turn your vibrator off.
Stop, dude. It's my fucking gush too. I'm sorry.
Every time the words vibrator in your pocket have been said, I've been laughing to myself like the fucking child I am. I hope you know that.
I was fighting everything in myself.
Said like 40 times this session, and I just laughed every time.
In myself to not be like, Crow checks his phone to make sure the Love and Soft app is turned off.
Okay, fine. I'll change the word from vibrate to undulate. It undulates in your pocket violently.
That's not much better. We're just
So
making
much
sure.
worse.
Keep it to vibrate.
I'm dead.
Ox,
Yeah, what's up?
can you put the spelling for Valandriel into chat for us, please?
Yes,
I didn't know who you were talking about for like 45 seconds because I didn't know Val had a longer name than fucking Val.
Yeah, her full name is Val. Oh my lord, fucking phone! You stop following. Valfael, yeah, VAL.
Foreigners.
VALFEIL or IEL, one of the two. Philandriel.
She's gonna watch this back and go, that's not how you fucking spell it.
I thought this movie was saying a fucking phylactery for a goddamn lich this entire time. I was like, what in the personification of an object?
Like, if you were looking at my face while he was talking about all that, you would realize I was connecting the dots instantly.
Yeah,
so
because you fucking played the character, you fuckstick.
So Philandriel is spelled FALENDRIEL.
FAL.
Fuck it. Give me 1 second. I'll put an image and the name.
Wait, I want to put my cursor in the middle of this word while Ghost is trying to spell it too.
I can't believe that fucking worked. I was fully prepared for you to be like, that didn't do shit. You got a free hat.
Uno.
Honestly, that's what I was expecting too.
Well, it's because
I'm still on the last crash out. I haven't even caught out to crashing out over this one.
It's because I was listening to your vision when you were explaining it to us, and I was like, you had a vision that this chick had a crown on, was royalty. I have a crown, and it was cursed. Fuck it.
That's fucking wild because I was like, I dropped that hint to Nyx, and I was like, there's no way in fuck that anybody, like, I was like, okay, Nyx isn't gonna even like describe the crown, which I went back and watched the episode, and Nyx did describe it, and I'm like, there's no fucking way Inks
You
is
mean to
gonna
tell
fucking
me?
ever think that he's gonna put the crown on
I
this
didn't
shit.
catch that at all.
I'm a newbie, but I ain't
You mean to tell me this high ass remembered this fuck ass vision over everything else that fucking happened in every session ever?
By the way,
pretty
He's
shapes
so
and
even
colors,
high
bro.
right now.
That is true. That is true.
that is
It's
Philandriel.
crazy what you can do when you're sober.
I just put it in the NPC chat.
Hey, it looks like my
Okay.
sister.
We need to establish. We need to,
right.
we need to establish if she's single. Right off rip. Just saying.
No, she's not. She said my partner, Emrys. She said my partner.
Oh.
No.
No.
She did not.
No,
say
she
that.
didn't.
She said
She said
Val's
our party.
partner, Emrys.
Crow is taking
Oh.
Crow.
What?
Oh. Did she?
Crow, what do you do? Do you stay down here, or do you investigate the item that is vibrating, or do you head
Yes.
back up to the party? Okay.
It's
You
probably
open
gonna
your-
kill me, but yes.
You open your pouch and you see the small little bag that you picked up. Who the fuck? Big
That's
Cat?
me.
What is?
So that looks like my
That's
sister.
your character?
Yeah, that's mine.
Holy shit, that's wild.
That's what I was
you open your-
saying. Go ahead.
You open your pouch, Crow, and you see the small bag that you had picked up. You see it vibrating. What do you do?
I'll be right back. Stay here. This has never gone well for me. I'm gonna go to whatever other fucking room I can find on that floor and open the pouch.
Cool. You go one floor up because it's just one floor here. So you move upwards one floor to the like common crew area, and you open your pouch, pull this small bag out. The bag stops vibrating as soon as you touch it and pull it out. As you investigate it, it is a small leather bag, no bigger than a coin purse. Nothing special looking about it. It's closed, same that you put it away as. What do you do?
Open it. I have nothing else I can do.
You open the bag and you are staring into inky darkness. A darkness that doesn't make sense. Most bags you can see the bottom of it.
The bag man.
This bag, you are staring into it. However, something stares back. You see large, oval, pure white eyes looking back at you.
I close it.
You,
I don't even want to investigate further. I'm not fucking risking it.
before any sounds or anything happens, you close the bag up, and that's it. You close the bag and it remains still.
The bag is closed.
You just won against the bag man. I hope you know that.
I'm putting it down in my notes. Darkness in the bag with some fuck shit added in. Got it.
You should give the bag to
By the way, I'm not
Felindru.
gonna lie, I'm not tired at all. I have to be up technically in less than 8 hours. I am still down to probably go another solid hour to 2 hours of this session.
Ink scan.
I can't, unfortunately. I got my job, so my
What time
family
is it for you
wanted-
guys?
5:30.
It is 6:26 p.m. for me.
What time do you have to end?
Same.
I got to be at dinner by 7, so in about 30 minutes. Unfortunately.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
We'll be wrapping up. We'll wrap up shortly. No worries.
I appreciate it. I'm
What do you
sorry,
do?
guys.
Do you go back up to the team? Do you go back to the woman?
Is there anything on that floor that I can use to cloak Philandriel? Keep
Yeah,
her
you
hidden?
see a on one of the beds that you walked by, there is a large sort of like a, not really a coat, it's more just like a hood, or so it's like a cloak, so it's got like a clasp around the neck and then just a hood, and then everything else is kind of just like open where you can sort of like pull it around yourself, and it's got like inside pockets, so that way they can sort of just not even have their arms out, they can just have their arms inside the hood, or inside the cloak. But yeah, you do find something that you could technically, I guess, shield this individual.
I'll take it to her. As I'm giving it to her, I'll just kind of be like, as best I could find. It has pockets.
Has pockets.
As you head back
You know
down,
what? You found the way to a woman's heart.
as you head back down, you see Philandriel standing in the middle of the room, adorning a staff with a hovering orb in the middle of it. Not sure where she got it from. You left and came back. She is donning high elven robes, not what she was wearing previously. As you say that, she looks at you and says, "You have a kind soul, Crow. I appreciate the kindness you have shown me, and I will help you since you are helping me. If it's okay with you, I would like to accompany you and your group to Cholt rather than taking my leave of absence and searching for my party alone. Are your compatriots okay with this? Have you spoken to them?"
I don't like the tone shift.
You know, we'll deal with that when we get there. But knowing them, I'm sure they're gonna absolutely love you. One of our party members in particular. I'm sure they'd be fine with it. And yeah, we definitely. I'd be happy to help you get caught up to speed in current events. My rest of my group would be happy to oblige. I'm sure. But you've been gone for a bit.
She takes the cloak from you and smiles. She puts it on. She leans down and kisses your forehead, and she says, "I appreciate the kindness you've shown me, and I promise I will do my best to protect you in this world." And she waits to follow you.
Crow got a new mommy, bro.
Do you head back up to the deck?
Oh yeah, it's time to.
He said, "Fuck this merchant city. We're going to Jones."
Kazar, Nyx, and Onkus, you see as Crow reemerges from down below, a figure slightly taller than he is, not by much, walks behind him. However,
Hi, guys.
the three of you that are on the deck don't recognize.
Bro has a shit-eating grin right now.
You guys don't recognize this figure, but you recognize the cloak. This cloak, to the three of you, looks as though Crow is making his way back with one of the Thane hooded figures. You all recall that the main Goliath Thane mentioned something earlier. One of your party members is already corrupted. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
You fucker. God damn it.
That's funny.
You know, that was in the back of my mind too. I'm like, what if it's just one of those cloaks like behind? Fuck, man.
Damn.
Okay. So, great session. That was really, really good.
Do you want me to end the recording right
I
now?
I will say
Can I?
if we yes.
Can I end in a different spot? Because I had a plan for what I was doing while he was doing this shit.
Sure.
I'm gonna fuck off, respectfully.
To where?
What did you say? The captain's quarters. You guys see as Nyx hasn't really moved, you know, like Dar fell flat on his face, but Nyx has not been snapped out of her crash out. And as things start to happen around her, as everything seems to go back to normal, Nyx still with, in air quotes, with tears streaming down her face, like mutters something under her breath in Celestial, and sprints off to the captain's quarters, opening the door, closing it behind her, like slamming it behind her, and not saying anything to any of you.
What do you say in Celestial?
Why would you still care for me?
I know we technically ended, but as you close the door and the iron of the door gutters against the wood, you hear a voice come from the creaking of the wood, and it says, "You are still my daughter."
God damn.
And that's where we'll for sure end the session. With that being said, if you guys want to host another session this week, it seems like my ability to stay awake is totally not affected by this time zone. I would be more than happy to run another session around the same time on Monday, and or possibly later by an hour or two on Tuesday, because I have a live class at 12:30 a.m. my time on Wednesday. So an hour from now, I would be free to do a session also on Tuesday. So I am more than happy if you guys want to do multiple sessions this week. I'm talking about I could probably do at least maybe a session every single day, possibly. If you guys would like to, let me know what y'all's schedule looks like. But around the same time that we started tonight would be probably around the same time we would do every session. So roughly around 10 to 10:30 p.m. my time, which is 6 to 7 hours, depending on if you're East Coast or Central Time. And then Ghost, I'm an hour ahead of you.
Yeah.
The earliest I can start on any day but Friday is like what would be now. Unfortunately.
Now, so that'd be okay.
Yeah,
So
like
let's try and
EST.
let's try and aim
Same.
for the same time Monday, if we can. So tomorrow, if you guys are up for it. If not, we definitely can figure out a time frame, another time this week as well. Around that, I should be good. Starting at this time might be a bit difficult, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. Worst case scenario, we do another one of these on either a Friday or Saturday night, because I don't head home until Sunday morning. Cool.
Gotcha.
Dope. All right, everybody.
I'm gonna stop recording.
A wonderful night.
Goodbye, recording.
Pat, if you can, upload that to Google Drive and then send me a link so I can download it and then upload it to YouTube, and then I'll make notes from the transcript.
10-4.